a Simic deck that just looked
No,
incredible.
Brad
Now
Nelson, for those of you who've never played against him, is a very fast-paced player. And he actually, I've always been impressed with Brad playing against him in how much Brad plays the opponent. Like, he's the kind of player who will play at a fast pace here, and it's completely intentional.
Right.
And he'll change pace to his advantage.
And Mike Flores actually has, I believe, a section in the official Miser's Guide talking about Brad and his
He's
first
one of the
impressions
best
of him, and his board presence as a player, as a physical human, is present on the board. So we see both players here with one creature. We've got a Syndic of Tides for Shane Smith, and Brad Nelson with a Court Street Denizen.
It looks like Brad's playing a straight Boros deck. Shane's deck seems to also follow Boros philosophy here. I believe Shane's holding a Aurelia's Fury in his hand, it looks like.
Very nice.
Which,
so he has a Godless Shrine. That was his turn 1 play, so we knew he had black, and Devour Flesh shows us at least one of the black cards he's playing.
with an Extort. Brad,
Yeah.
so Cinder Elemental. Brad's playing what looks to me like a good draft deck. I'm always wary of these decks in sealed because, like we saw here, remember your sealed opponent will have more removal spells than your draft opponent. That's not to say Brad's deck's bad. It's going to have to work harder than it would have to in sealed to get a win. In draft to get a win. Sorry.
And we have a Key Rune from Shane Smith following up Brad's Cinderella Mental.
Yeah. I always get no 4th land from Shane. I always get really sad when I play a Key Rune and have an Extort trigger up because I always want to be like, but it's a mana,
right.
and I want to use the Key Rune mana to tap it. But no, you can't. It still doesn't work.
Yeah.
Boros Key Rune probably the least playable Key Rune.
Yeah.
Because Key Rune's like not really what Boros wants, and the body's not very good. But it's still mana fixing and sealed that you probably do still play.
Yeah, it seems reasonable, especially if he's got an X spell that he's playing up to, like Aurelia's Fury.
Yeah, so Cinder Elemental, a reprint, usually from I don't remember what he's originally from. It's like Tempest.
Mercadian
Masks? Yeah.
Madcap Skills on the Cinder Elemental. That is
an interesting suit up because you don't really want to sack him.
right.
But
there's Madcap Skills. +3/+0 and can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. We have one creature in the format that has that automatically on it, Ripscale Predator.
Yeah, he has it built in.
Already built in Madcap Skills.
Yeah, it is originally from Mercadian Masks. So Brad really, Shane certainly has become the control deck here. It looks like he also has an Orzhov Charm, a Smite, which obviously can't work right now, and can't tech. We'll keep you up to date on the other cards.
Yeah, couldn't quite see. I'm not convinced that that's Smite, but I think it's either Smite or it could be look kind of like Holy Mantle. I didn't get a good look. Maybe you had a better look than I did.
Yeah, I think it is it's definitely a Smite. So he's in an Orzhov Charm with Extort on the Cinder Elemental, so that takes 4. And swings back to Syndic of Tides. So this is that thing here, where just, there's a lot of removal in
right,
in sealed. Shane also appears to have a Warmind infantry, so he has some creatures to reload with. If he can stabilize, he should like where he is.
Nothing from Brad. Passes back to Shane, who I think that is a Smite. And that's that war.
I think it's Sepulcher Primordial, which is the black Primordial as well. Doesn't have the second black yet for that. And here we see Assemble the Legion.
Didn't see that in his hand.
That was the last. I knew it was a gold card. That card.
That's gonna win him this game.
I wrote down what I thought the top 5 rares to open were in sealed. And Assemble the Legion is on that list.
Yes,
the card,
I agree.
It's almost unbeatable.
And Brad Nelson has a second Madcap Skills for his Hellraiser Goblin, which he just played.
That's gonna be good. Unfortunately, Shane is gonna have a lot of creatures to block with.
Yeah, that Madcap Skills is not going to do as much work as it normally would, but Shane gets a counter on the Assemble the Legion during his upkeep, and then gets a soldier for each counter on it. So first upkeep, just one guy, but that's going to get out of hand fast.
Yeah, that card gets very good, especially it has great synergy. I mean, it wins on something that has great synergies of things like Court Street Denizen, if we've ever had that together. I mean, the card's just fantastic.
Yeah, we don't have lists for these players just yet, but a second Syndicate of Tides for Shane Smith.
That would
And does he
extort.
extort? He does extort.
And he'll hit with the first one. Brad goes down to 9. A little bit of a risky attack there. You know, I'm not sure how much I like the attack because I feel pretty confident that if this game goes long enough, there's just no way Shane can lose. Brad drawing, he doesn't have it looks like he's splashing green for Clan Defiance, which I think he just drew there. Which is, and that's no green mana yet, but that actually gives Brad an out to play to. You know, Shane's at 12.
Sure.
Brad has a Plains. If we do Clan Defiance, that would be a Clan Defiance for 5. So Brad really only needs to find a way to deal 7 damage. I mean, easier said than done, of course.
Right. Oh, he has to get in with the Hellraiser Goblin here. He's gonna fulfill that little obligation here, and we see the.
Brad also has a massive raid, so we had the option there of massive raiding the token.
Brad's just gonna scoop him up. Yeah, that's. I think if I was Brad, I may have tried to go another turn or two.
He can massive raid the Goblin, and then put Shane to 7, but how he's gonna find that last damage is pretty hard. The last 2.
It was going to be an uphill battle. I just think that maybe I have too much hope for this kind of situation.
I mean, he's certainly playing toward a very narrow line.
Yeah.
Shane Smith up the first game. Both players we've seen now with quite strong bombers. Yeah, Clan Defiance and Assemble the Legion.
Yeah, now, since there was, right on the list of the top 5.
1 and 2.
Yeah, let's talk about the rest of that list in a second. But
sure.
Just to mention, we know that Brad is playing green and Clan Defiance. Shane Smith hasn't even seen green mana, so very unlikely that he plays around a card like Clan Defiance.
Right. I mean, that's even a card you can only kind of play around.
But it is rare as opposed to like something like Aurelius Fury, which is a mythic, which you're even less likely to play.
I believe Shane. Yeah, we can't confirm that, but that's
I didn't see it for sure. So yeah, you talk about that list.
So I made a couple other ones. Basically, the cards that can just win by themselves. I said Assemble Legion, Clan Defiance. I talked about these other ones earlier: Wrecking Ogre, Scarred Goliath, and Consuming Aberration. These are I was trying to stay with rares, not mythics.
Right.
Obviously, I think
all the mythics are
about half the mythics.
Bomby, yeah.
About half the mythics in the set win the game on their own.
Yeah.
So, give or take. Obviously, they don't all, but most of them are pretty strong. Lazav, for example, is only really not even a very high pick.
Right.
But
we were talking about that last night. He's like a 3/3 hexproof. And other than that, you kind of hope to get something cool out of him.
Yeah.
I mean, Blood Rush makes him a little more attractive.
He's good against Blood Rush. That's very true. Yeah. But the problem is then they just don't Blood Rush their guys.
Sure, but I think you built a Blood Rush deck, and now you don't want to Blood Rush your guys.
Right, and that's good for them.
Lazav doing work either way, whether they Blood Rush or not.
Right.
And he's hexproof, so if you just hold him there and just let him chill, don't put him. Don't swing with him if they have something that can remove him.
Brad will almost certainly take the play here. It looks like he drew an only plane. No, he has a Sacred Foundry. Yeah, so his hand looks like a keep. Gruul Guildgate, that is. So now, cat's out of the bag, Brad is playing green.
All right.
Yeah, Gruul Guildgate into Sacred Foundry. So Brad has excellent mana. Not much to do with it. He has a Madcap. He has one of my favorite combos.
There's that Hellraiser Goblin.
Madcap skills Scorchwalker.
Oh. It's a pretty big game.
Yeah.
I've got an 8/1.
Interesting. So Shane just interestingly just drew the Devour Flesh after the Hellraiser Goblin came down.
Just in time.
He has Angelic Edict Smite, it looks like. Devour Flesh.
Got a lot of removal.
Yeah, he's going to respond by Devour Fleshing. He's over-tapping for it.
He's trying to extort.
Can't
extort yet. But, so Devour Flesh takes out the Hellraiser Goblin, basically just denying the Scorchwalker haste there.
Sorry, Undercity Informer.
Now that's an interesting card.
Yeah, that guy's wins late games or other cards can't. He's leading up Smite, but that's not really going to work because Brad's going to Madcap skills.
There it is, Madcap skills on a Scorchwalker, and that's quite a lot of damage. Combo.
Shane does have an Angelic Edict in hand, which I think we'll probably see.
Yeah, he's
yeah. Scorchwalker we were talking about earlier. A 5-1 for 4. Not really a very exciting body, but really
It's
can
a
be
lot
good.
of power for for 4 mana, and if they don't have something to kill it, that 1 toughness doesn't even matter.
Brad just raising more hell with these goblins.
Yeah, so Angelic Edict does take out the Scorchwalker. Brad follows it up with a Hellraiser Goblin, swings in for another 2, and Shane is at 8.
Yep, and I think we're going to see Syndic, Warmind Infantry Extort.
I think Shane's on that same plan. No, he's going to attack first.
Yeah,
Undercity
we like
Informer
that
gets
here,
in.
because he just needs to make sure that Madcap Skills doesn't get him. And Brad, yeah, he's Brad on the Auras plan, which is a little soft to removal.
Right.
It looks like Brad has in his hand another land,
And there
2
goes
more
a,
lands, and look, I can't tell what the last card is, but he appears to be flooding out.
Did he just block there with that Hellraiser Goblin? No, he couldn't have blocked.
Well, Hellraiser Goblin has to attack.
Yeah, exactly.
So it
So
swung
what-
into Warmind Infantry. which
Oh,
killed
that's what it
itself.
was. It was his turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I completely missed
Hellraiser
the
Goblin
turn.
does that from time to time.
Yeah, just runs into a wall.
A sharp wall. And we have Assemble the Legion again with Extort.
Assemble the Legion.
That should put the nail in it.
And yeah.
Match goes to Shane Smith, 2 games to 0.
Yeah,
the
that
Assemble-
was